Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfella of Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
All right, man, we back. Goodfella Sports TV in the building. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. Appreciate the love and support, man. And let's talk a little bit about some rumors going around at PBC. Kind of give you a better insight on why Mikey made the move temporarily, or it could end up being permanent, and why Danny Garcia, is fighting Ivan Reddick. All right, and if you hang around the video, I kind of dropped some other things that's going around in boxing. So make sure that subscribe button, bell icon button. Best way to donate to the channel is share the video, but that link's in the description if you want to make a donation. So what's going on is that Floyd Mayweather is expected to come back in May and September and take those dates away from Canelo. So if you heard the rumor about Mikey, which I talk more about him in detail in the live stream today if I get around to it, and obviously Harrison Charlo 2 fight week is going to be the main topic. They saying that Eddie Hearn is going to try to do the Pacquiao fight on his own, but they saying that Pacquiao got a 1-fight deal left with PBC, which is not true. From my understanding, Manny Pacquiao is on a fight-by-fight deal with Premier Boxing Champions. So Mikey deal is a 1-fight deal, which will be going down February 29th, possibly in LA versus Jesse Vargas, where he'll be making $7 million. I believe will be at the welterweight limit. Vargas is coming down for 54. Mikey standing 47. Now the option is Eddie Hearn can match any offer. If he can match any offer that's given to Mikey Garcia, and Mikey Garcia stays over there. So hence that, okay, what's happening is basically Mikey and Danny is still in the running for the Manny Pacquiao fight. So that's why Danny is taking a tune-up with Ivan Reddick, not because he waiting on Errol Spence. Errol Spence, from my understanding, not in the picture. So Danny Garcia is fighting Ivan Reddick in January, and I'll give you a little bit of that undercard at the end, what's going on there. And then he will look to fight Pacquiao in the summer or the spring. So Pacquiao will come back in the middle of the year, April, I think around April, May-ish, June-ish. And he either gonna fight Manny gonna fight Danny or Mikey. So that's what it is. So and then if Mayweather would come back in May versus an MMA fighter, which I don't have any inklings. I heard Khabib was a choice, but I think Khabib is fighting Tony Harrison in April, and or something like Tony Ferguson, excuse me, in April. And I know McGregor's fighting in January, so it could be a McGregor rematch. But that's not even the best part about this. So if you hang around, you can get the best part about this whole situation, right? And I'll let you know when the best part coming up. But Danny Garcia and Mikey still in the running for that fight, but I heard Danny Garcia is in the lead, which they could have just fought each other in January for the right to fight Pacquiao, but Mikey Garcia didn't want to take that chance. He didn't want that fight. They were supposed to fight last year on pay-per-view, and Mikey walked away. So now Mikey is, temporarily on his own. He getting $7 million to fight Jesse Vargas, which nobody really even checking for Mikey Garcia no more, really. But that is what it is on his half. So he gonna look to come back and get the Pacquiao fight with PBC. If not, Danny Garcia gonna get the fight. So obviously they both have to win to get the fight. I heard that Pacquiao wouldn't consider Bud Crawford. He wouldn't consider Sean Porter neither. So people wondering about that. If Sean Porter would have beat Errol Spence, I heard he would have fought Sean Porter and unified the belts. Sean Porter was like a chief sparring partner for Pacquiao for years. So that's what's going on with that part of the situation. Now the juicy part, the good part, is that Mayweather and Al Heyman are going to welcome Dana White into the family. All right, Dana White and Mayweather, Al Heyman. Well, Al Heyman and Mayweather are top guys over there at they're top guys at PBC. That's who runs PBC. That's the hierarchy is Mayweather, Al Heyman is a partnership. Then I think it go like Sylvia Brown, and then maybe Sam, and then maybe Tim Smith, and whatever else they got going on over there. So that's pretty much how it's boiling down over there. So Dana White is going to be bringing Zuffa Boxing and kind of working with Al Heyman and PBC to form some type of powerhouse. So you can see UFC and boxers kind of, working under the same banner. So they may end up absorbing, like Zuffa or UFC and PBC might end up becoming one. I'm not sure on that one, but I know Dana White is probably going to be running PBC, PBC with Al Heyman and with Al Heyman and Mayweather. So thus Mayweather gonna come back versus a UFC fighter. So when he come back versus a UFC fighter in May, then he gonna come back and possibly fight Manny Pacquiao in September. So for people sitting here crying and complaining about Keith Thurman, well, your division just got held up again. If this goes through, remember this is all rumored, and everything in the PBC stratosphere can change. Car accidents, injuries, all types of stuff. It changes. So right now, the plan is for Mayweather to come back and take the dates away from Canelo Alvarez, May and September, and he gonna do an MMA fighter, and then he gonna do Manny Pacquiao in September. So people forget, when you go all the way back when they met each other in China, people forget Mayweather told him, he was promised him a fight. He said, I'm gonna fight you again, just come over to PBC, and he did. So people sitting there rooting against Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman held up the division, rooting for Pacquiao after all the stuff Pacquiao fans have said and called people, and all the mass destruction they done, his fans done to the black culture, and all the holding up he did and bashing the Floyd he did over the years and making Al Heyman look like a fool. Now all of a sudden they was rooting for Manny Pacquiao to beat Thurman, and then when he named Thurman his dog, everybody just laughed at it. And his dog, he named his dog Thurman. Everybody laughed at it. So, like I said before, man, this division ain't meant to be unified. PBC don't want to unify or nothing. Y'all swore up and down that Errol Spence was getting that Pacquiao fight, and I kept telling y'all Floyd was coming back. When he beat Thurman, I heard Floyd was coming back. So now Dana White getting into the mix, and they about to form some type of powerhouse for boxing. So you may see a situation where, I'm not sure, you might see a situation where, ESPN, Dana White, and Al Heyman, Fox all start working together. I'm not sure on that, but that's the plan for Floyd right now. But once again, people gonna forget I did this video, and people gonna act like they doing this and doing that. People say, well, if Errol never got into the car accident, it never mattered. Before that car accident happened, I'm telling you, the top people at PBC were trying to get Floyd to come back and take the Pacquiao fight. What y'all not realizing is, them pay-per-view numbers they saying they doing, they not doing that well. They not selling no tickets. Bob Arum is the only one that's being honest. He the only one that's being honest. They not selling no tickets, dude. When they say, oh, Errol sold 16,000 tickets and he did this and the cop, man, they giving away tickets. They comping tickets through the casinos. They giving them away. So they need Mayweather to come back to balance it out and put more money back into PBC. That's why Mayweather coming back, because they got a little bit of financial issues, like all the other boxing networks and promoters got issues for the most part. If it wasn't for Fox coming in making that deal, PBC probably be dead by now. But you got to remember, Errol Spence wasn't getting that fight. It was talks of them making that fight. And that's why I told y'all I was pushing for Thurman to win that fight. That's what I told y'all. It was important that Thurman won that fight, because you would have been closer with Thurman unifying the division, and you wouldn't have dealt with Floyd coming back versus a boxer. He would have probably came back versus 2 MMA fighters. You know what I'm saying? Y'all said, well, Thurman got injured. Again. Well, I take Keith Thurman getting injured again, because I know one thing for sure: Pacquiao and Mayweather wasn't gonna try to fight him again. For real, maybe Pacquiao would elect to take the rematch, but I doubt it, because then that put a stain on the shirt for the Mayweather fight. But people want to believe what they want to believe. Man, y'all be listening to dudes that got no reach. All these dudes, they got cameras, they got interviews for days, but don't nobody talk to them. Don't nobody trust them to say nothing, because they can't keep their mouth shut. See, when they say, "Hey, man, don't say this," I just keep it. I put it in the back pocket. Your secret safe for me. All you gotta say is, "Hey, man, this off the record," or "Don't say this," and I'll be like, "Man, please, I ain't saying nothing." But that's the situation right now with Premier Boxing Champions, man. So Dana White really coming over to fuck shit up and mess up some commas. Mayweather And Al Heyman gonna be working with Dana White. I guess it's still gonna be with Zuffa Boxing. He coming back May and September. May versus MMA fighter. September I'm hearing versus Manny Pacquiao to snatch those dates away from Canelo. To make Oscar say uncle and make Canelo say uncle. And then other than that, everything else I said, man, Pacquiao probably coming back versus Mikey and Danny in the middle of the year. I'm gonna probably go ahead and go out on a limb and say it's close. Danny got the edge right now. But other news that's going on as well is that Jarrett Hurd coming back at 154 on an Ivan Reddick, Danny Garcia card, January 25th. That's actually what's going down with that. So I forget his opponent name. It was announced on Twitter. So he coming back at 154. I know he's been working on his boxing skills, and they've been, working with him, Shakur Stevenson team, trying to get him back technically right. So he about to start back over. I don't understand why he just didn't go to middleweight, and just start over and just, fight a bunch of top 25, 20 guys on some lower weight classes. But once you make the type of money that he makes, it's hard for somebody to regress and start back over. You know what I'm saying? So that is what it is on that part. I hear Gervonta Tank Davis is going to be fighting Leo Santa Cruz next I think it's going to be on Fox pay-per-view, but that's going to happen next. So be look out for Gervonta and Leo Santa Cruz. So Santa Cruz still ain't elected to fight Gary Russell. Like I said before, Mikey getting $7 million to fight Jesse Vargas with an option. Once again, I reiterate this again, Manny Pacquiao is on a fight-by-fight deal with PBC. It's not a one-more fight deal contract. He on a fight-by-fight deal, so but he ain't going nowhere because he getting the Mayweather fight. So that's what's going to attach Manny Pacquiao. That's what's going to attach Manny Pacquiao to stay with PBC. I heard Inoue fighting his mandatory. He fighting his mandatory, and Juan Estrada is fighting Carlos Cuadras next, I'm hearing. So pretty much that's about it right now that I'm willing to share. But I appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Want to make a donation? That link's in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. We gone.